that brings us to our first question we are asking today. Why has no action been taken against the police? And joining us for this special discussion is Teesta Setalwad, social activist in Delhi and former Commissioner of Police M.N. Singh in Bombay. Let me come to you first, sir. Doesn't this prove that the Mumbai police was infiltrated by communal elements? They had been swayed. They were being incited to violence.
Well, let me tell you, there is no doubt that the police force in Mumbai was also communalized to an extent, just as the rest of the society was communally divided.
Right.
Those were the days of 92, 93, preceding the Babri Masjid issue and thereafter the demolition.
That's a great admission you're making on television, sir, that the police...
Yeah, I would like to be very truthful on this. Right. I don't want to hide things. This is a very nationally important thing. Absolutely. There's no point in playing ducks and drills about this important issue. I want to be very frank and kindly allow me to say what I want to say. There is absolutely no doubt that the entire Indian society was totally communally decided. There was complete communal polarization in the society preceding the demolition of the Babri Masjid and thereafter. And if certain segments of the police force was also infected by that communal virus, I don't think it should really surprise anybody. There is a truth that a certain segment of the police force in Mumbai had behaved in a very objectionable manner, but these were a very small number of people who were, these were just few police constables and at the very lower level who somehow were able to get hold of some wireless sets and were sending such indecent, abusive messages to their colleagues. But it doesn't mean that the entire police force of Mumbai was communalized or that the entire police force was behaving in a very partisan or biased manner. Okay, I don't think that will be a very...
Mr. M.N. Singh, you're saying it's a very small group which was communalized. Teesta Setalwad, you had brought these police wireless messages before the Srikrishna Commission. Mr. M.N. Singh saying, yes, society was communalized, a section of the police was communalized, don't target the entire police force. Your response to that?
It's a bare reading of the Srikrishna Commission report, and for all of us who were reporting Bombay at the time, the action of the police from the top to the bottom was complicit, if not explicit, in not preventing the violence. Mahartis were allowed. So my thing is that a small section was responsible for the filthy language of the wireless messages, but communal behavior was evident in a large section of police behavior. And what is the remedy? Should the policemen be punished or not?
Respond very quickly to that, Mr. M.N. Singh. The fact was that Teesta Setalwad said that top officers also have to take responsibility. You can't shy away with those responsibilities. Those wireless messages have been put out on TV for the first time. They're showing the nature of the communal kind of rhetoric that was going on in Mumbai in those days. The top police force didn't do enough to check the violence.
Well, I do agree to the suggestion that the top police officers will have to take responsibility for the behavior or the misbehavior of the lower ranks of the police force. There is no denying the fact. And I am also of the view that very strong action should be taken against those policemen who behaved in a partisan manner. Absolutely. They should be identified and they should be punished severely, just as we always say that any other communal element or criminal element in the society should be punished. I am for it.
But why didn't the police find these men who were committing these wireless messages to the air?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, it is not that no policeman was punished. It is there, facts are there on the record that some policemen were indeed identified and punished. Some were criminally prosecuted and some were departmentally dealt with, some were dismissed. But you see, it is very difficult to really find out in that surcharged atmosphere when the things are so fluid and so difficult, right, to find out the erring policemen when you are busy dealing with the communal situation, and to then collect evidence against them goes a little difficult. Okay. By the time the things have come to the notice, of course, it becomes too late to collect the evidence, credible evidence, which will lead to their conviction and punishment.
I think, Mr. M.N. Singh, you made an important point there.
Let me also make it clear that policemen, right, indeed punished also.
Okay, you made an important point. You believe that the evidence against the police officers is difficult to gather. Is that really true? Remember, not a single police officer has been convicted. On the other side of the break, we'll find out the other truth on why really no policemen were punished for their crimes during the 1992-93 riots. This is the stench of truth.
Mia la cadu do arta del chailas.